In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, well, you know what I'm reviewing because it says it in the title. Stranger Things Volume 2, Episodes 8 and 9. Wow. What a way to close out Season 4 of Stranger Things. Heart-stopping, heart-pounding, emotional, just twists and turns, and, hey, I think I went through half a box of tissues because I was crying my eyes out. And if you want a grown man to cry, show them Stranger Things, Season 4. This season was in-your-face, fun, and epic. Vecna was an absolute amazing villain. Probably one of the best villains I've seen in a TV series, and probably the best I've seen in the world of pop culture and entertainment. Of course, we know the character is based off of Freddy Krueger, Pennywise, and Pinhead. But the aspect of understanding how Vecna came to be is just insane. Episode 8 basically is titled Papa. We finally have that whole aspect of Dr. Brenner and what's going on with everything, why he doesn't want 11 to fight number 1, or, Henry Creel or Vecna, or whatever you want to call him. But we all find out that since Season 1, Papa had a reason to use 11, and it's just insane, like really, really crazy. Volume 2 is amazing. I mean, it's crazy because Episode 8 was about an hour and 40 minutes long, and Episode 9 was 2 hours and 30 minutes. Probably the longest season finale in the history of TV shows. If it isn't, then I'm really curious to know which one is. But the aspect of the writing is so good in this season. The music, the 80s, Kate Bush running up that hill, like, it's so perfect. Like, that song was reintroduced because of Stranger Things, and people started listening to it again. Like, it's amazing what a TV show can do, especially for pop culture and even music. The aspects of how everything goes. Max, Sadie Sink, as an actress and as a character in this, is fantastic. She really drove the show what it was. 11, Millie Bobby Brown, fantastic. Characters of Mike and Will, Jonathan, Nancy, Steve, Dustin, Eddie. Like, the list goes on of how great every character was in this season. I mean, it's absolutely epic. I mean, then we find out that certain things are happening. Vecna is here and there in this season. He wants to do certain things, and he needs 4 people. He kills 4 people in order to open up 4 gates. Episode 8 mentioned what Papa knows, what happened, and the actual truth of that night. And, because he caught it all on camera. So, it's an interesting in-your-face action, Episode 8, which is crazy and so fun. Which then leads us to Episode 9, the season finale. This entire season had close to 3 stories going on. We had what was going on with Hopper in Russia. We had Eleven's story, and we had Mike and Will's story. And the characters of Dustin and Eddie and Nancy and Steve, and it's just, I mean, I'm speechless. Vecna this entire time, now you know, was controlling everything. The Mind Flayer, the Demogorgon, the Demi-Dogs. Like, if you go back now and watch it, you can see what's happening. You can put the dots together. It's absolutely amazing how much connection each season has, and without you even knowing it. And Season 4 actually explained everything. The backstory to Vecna, Henry Creel, and the Creel house, and how everything came to be, how he became Vecna. It's just spine-tingling. Like, Jamie Campbell Bower was amazing as Vecna. If you've seen the behind the scenes and you see how things are going, he stayed in a makeup chair for 8 hours. Those are actual prosthetics. And add some visual effects, some CGI, some special effects, you get Vecna. You get the upside down. He knows everything because it's a hive mind. Everything's connected to him. Now, the big ending of this episode was really emotional, frantic, in your face, full of action. I absolutely loved it. Yes, some characters died, and yes, some characters lived. I'm not going to spoil who died and who lived, but it really opens the question of what's going to happen now in Season 5. Yes, there is a Season 5. And Is Vecna still alive? Because, you know, how is he connected to certain people still? Who is he? Is he now human again? Like, since they killed his, how do I say, the Vecna form in the Upside Down in his world, and now he comes out and he's human? Like, that could be an interesting topic. How much of a time jump will we have in season 5? Will we close out the entire 1980s? And I do want to guess maybe time travel could be possible. You never know. You know, the Duffer Brothers touched on almost every single aspect of horror and science fiction from the 80s and the 70s movies and put it into their version of Stranger Things. Stranger Things Season 4 was definitely an homage to A Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy Krueger. Of course, we know Freddy Krueger was played by Robert Englund, and Robert Englund appeared in this season, Season 4, as Victor Creel, Henry Creel's, or Vecna's, father. Now, Robert Englund had a small, short cameo, but it was an effective cameo. You get an icon like that in a show like this, things are going to go off the roof. I would love to see interesting and other famous horror actors in Season 5. Get some new faces, get some new characters. Give us closure, because the Duffer Brothers said that there is only going to be 5 seasons, and Season 5 is that final season. Stranger Things, the final season. What can happen, what cannot happen, is what's going to happen with Max. How strong is 11? Can she defeat Vecna? What happens in Russia now that everything is, left the way it was? Do the Demogorgons come back? What happened to the Demidogs? Where's the Mind Flayer? A lot of questions need to be answered in Season 5, and hopefully it's a good ending. But before that, Season 4, absolutely phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. This is probably their best season ever that they've had. I thought Season 3 was good because it was such 80s forward with the pop culture, the fashion, the music, the movie references, and the Starcourt Mall and all the mall aspect and the setting of everything and how big that ending was. No. The story in Stranger Things Season 4 absolutely blew that out of the water. If I had to rank the seasons of Stranger Things, it would be Season 4, Season 3, Season 1, and then Season 2. I love this show. It's a fantastic show. I feel like this can go on for even 10 seasons. But hey, if the Duffer Brothers have a closure and to figure out how to do certain things, then it's going to be interesting, because Season 5, you need to bring back the biggest villain ever in a TV show possible, Vecna. He's creepy, he's scary, he has that look that is just menacing and weird. And when he was first introduced in those trailers, nobody knew who he was, and it's like, holy shit, what's going to happen now? Absolutely fantastic Stranger Things Season 4. And it's very smart that they broke it down into 2 parts. Each episode is over an hour long. Am I complaining about it? No, because it kept the story going. It kept you engaged. It kept you wanting more. A lot of characters are fan favorites. Eddie became a fan favorite very, very quickly. We saw the aspect of what the media was capable of doing in this season by manipulating things, saying D&D was a cult, the Hellfire Club is a cult. I mean, back then, of course, they said, if you read articles back from the 1980s and D&D, they said that it was worshiping Satan and everything. Well, that's the parents back then and the media back then. That's what happens, And Eddie was that nerd geek that you thought he was just that badass guy. He was a rocker. And that's what he was, And every single character had a phenomenal performance in this season. And it goes to show, like, anything's possible with a show like this. I absolutely had a blast. I keep saying it, I've had a blast. I don't think there's one person out there who didn't like Season 4 of Stranger Things, because, it brought back the entire memory of what these characters went through. We literally see them grow up in our eyes in 4 seasons. It's amazing. It's fantastic. For me, Stranger Things Season 4 gets 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. The writing, the villain, the whole aspect of who created who, what happened, and how everything started with Season 1, and now we know. round of applause for the Duffer Brothers, and I can't wait to see what happens in season 5 of Stranger Things. And I'm curious to know when that's going to release. It's probably going to be a while until we all calm down from Stranger Things season 4. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Stranger Things season 4. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? Who was your favorite character in this season? Who was your least favorite character? Who do you think stepped up the most? Who do you think actually was more forward and actually made everything work well? And what did you think about Vecna being the villain? And did you like seeing his story arc come full circle of what happened between the beginning of season 4 to now at the end of the season finale, even back in episode 1, about who actually started everything and opened these gates and portals? It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And what do you think is going to happen in season 5? Do you think Vecna's back? Do you think that time travel will be involved? And how far in the 80s do you think they will go? Do you think they'll jump into the 90s? I mean, it could be possible, but you never know. And also let me know what rating you would give Stranger Things. So let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked. And I'll see you all in the next review video. And thank you for tuning in.